But now, did you know tomorrow is National Healthcare Decision Day? Presbyterian Hospital is working with the city of Albuquerque to raise awareness about the importance of what are called advance directives. They're legal documents that are all about your healthcare choices. Say, we hope not, but if you're seriously hurt or you get very, very ill. Here to talk more about it this morning is Lori Griego with Advanced Care Planning and Presbyterian. Lori, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, so we talk about this idea of an advance directive. For folks who don't know, what is that?
An advance directive are decisions that you make about your health care in advance, and ultimately you would write those decisions down into a document called advance directives, just decisions you make in advance about your health care choices.
Okay, what kind of decisions are we talking about here?
The type of health care that you would like to receive, treatments that are important to you, treatments that you want, or treatments that you don't want, where you would like to receive care, and how you would like that care to be delivered.
Okay, so specifically, are you talking about, say, what hospital you would like to be at if, God forbid, one of the worst situations happened to you? Or, you know, how long would you stay on a ventilator or a respirator, things like that?
That's one component of an advance directive. Typically, an advance directive has two important parts. The first part allows you to choose a person to speak on your behalf if you could not make decisions or voice your own wishes. That's called a healthcare decision maker.
Okay.
The second part of an advance directive allows you to identify what kinds of treatments, like ventilator support or medications, that you would want to receive or not receive. So what specific kinds of treatments you would want to receive or not want to receive.
And obviously it's important to go ahead and make these decisions now, because if the worst happens, you're not going to be in that position to be able to.
Well, absolutely. It is important to think about it now, and it's almost a gift that we can give to our family members in advance. If we have to make decisions for our family members not knowing what they want, there's this position of fear and panic and sometimes grief that can take over when we're forced into a situation when somebody says, "What would your mom want in this situation?"
Right.
And if you don't know, that can be very scary. So having those conversations with your family in advance, writing your decisions down in advance, can take away that sort of panic that might happen. And it's not just about end-of-life decisions. It's really about the continuum of care that we receive. They really should be a routine part of our health care. Every time we go to the physician, we should talk about our advance directive. What type of treatment is important to us so that they know our values and our wishes.
Does this advance directive become a legally binding document?
Advance directives are legal documents. However, you don't need an attorney to create an advance directive. You can create an advance directive using any form that you wish. There are a number of different forms that are available, just standard forms. You can create your own. An attorney could create one for you, although it does not need to be witnessed or notarized in New Mexico.
Okay, so I think it's obvious to see why it's important to go ahead and do this, but how do you bring it up? It can be a taboo topic for some people and their families, particularly for, say, children as their parents get older, and they want to bring this up because they want to know, what would mom or dad or grandma or grandpa want in this situation? But it can sometimes be awkward to bring the conversation up. So how do you suggest doing that?
That's a great point. There's one organization called theconversationproject.org that gives you some conversation starters. So you could go to that website and get some conversation starters. But in general, it's just about dialoguing with somebody you love and saying, "I really care about you, and I know this isn't something that we want to talk about on a regular basis, but I'd like to know where your healthcare values lie and what's important to you, so that if there were a crisis situation, I could be there to support you in a way that's most effective for you." And when you come from a caring position, people generally are willing to talk about that. Another idea is to talk about your healthcare preferences so that someone else is more comfortable to talk about theirs.
Okay, you're right, because the crisis is going to be bad enough when it hits. You don't want to deal with these questions at that time, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lori, thank you so much. Lori Griego with Presbyterian and Advanced Care Planning. Appreciate all the advice. For more on at National Healthcare Decisions Day, how you can start planning for yourself and your family, head to our website, casa.com, click on the CASA blog.